you for joining us. And just to start off, can you tell us, just give us a little bit about yourself and tell us about the Center for Political Innovation?
Okay, I'm 60 years old. I've been in politics since I was a teenager, from cause to cause to cause. I always look to where the fight is, who this state seems to be most afraid of at any given time, and I jump in there. And the Center for Political Innovation, uh, we're an anti-imperialist organization, or as the right would call it, like anti-globalist, which is the same thing, right? It's this
Right.
how power is being concentrated in fewer and fewer hands, and they're keeping their system afloat by stealing it from other countries, right? They want to subjugate most of the world, and you either sign up or you're on their enemies list. And ironically enough, the people who refuse to sign up are the people who are prospering right now. This system of imperialism or colonialism here in the United States, it's falling apart. Our life expectancy is going down, right? Our infrastructure is crumbling. Whereas China, they lifted a billion people out of poverty in just 20 years. And
Yeah.
that's the most amazing fate, the most amazing feat that has ever been accomplished in all of known human history. All right. And they're asking us to join with them. And instead, we're trying to destroy them and, take the world, take the whole world down in order to stop a lifeline while we're dying. And that's pretty much what the CPI is all about. Is we want the United States to free itself from imperialism like these countries have, and join with the new economy that is emerging around the world.
Uhuru. Oh, that's great, John. Thank you for sharing. How did you get involved with the Uhuru movement?
Well, it was basically the same time that I joined CPI. Caleb had a conference here in Chicago called Unite Against the Imperialists, which was right after the raids. And I had been watching him. I kind of like passively, traded messages back and forth with him. But I came to that, and Garland Nixon, who's a friend of Uhuru, was there. Tara Reid was there. Nick Brana, the head of the People's Party, and Caleb invited, because the raid had just happened, the party to send a speaker, and they did. And then you were there, Len, right? Or Len was there. I'm sorry, Len. He had a table, right, taking names. So I gave my name, right, because I was very. I mean, I knew you guys were going to be there, which was one of the main, not the only reason, but it was one of the main reasons why I went. And then a few months later, did a USM convention, right, in St. Louis, which is not that far from Chicago. So I decided to go, and I would go no matter what, to find out what the fight was about. And
Yeah.
as it so happened, I had the honor of becoming like a liaison between CPI and Uhuru, which I love that, because the state is trying to destroy both organizations, and we're stronger in solidarity than we are alone.
Absolutely, Uhuru. And I want to talk about what you said earlier, like always looking for, the organization that, who's being attacked by the United States right now. It's, yeah, most of the time they've got something worth looking into, like
Yes.
look into,
Yes.
like, so,
Yeah.
that's a good political North Star, figure out, what those organizations are talking about. So CPI has stood with the Uhuru 3 since that state attack, right out of the gate. Why, and you kind of touched on this actually just now, but why is it important for other political organizations to stand in solidarity with the Uhuru 3 and CPI?
Oh, okay. Well, it's always the right thing to do to defend somebody when they're under attack, especially if it's a colonized or oppressed group. But the thing about this case, what makes it even more important, is usually they come up with some kind of crime to frame you up for, right?
Yeah.
But here, the whole crime is speech,
Yeah.
and not just speech, but particularly, the most important thing is like whether or not we're going to have a thermonuclear war. You got like a fake democracy, like a tabloid democracy in this country. Everybody can have an opinion. Should Biden have pardoned his son, or how many bathrooms should we have in a building, right? But Joe Biden right now, right, lame duck Joe Biden, right, who lost the election in a large part because this war with Ukraine is so unpopular, right? What's he doing in his last couple of months? He's escalating, right? He is
Sending more money.
he's firing missiles deep inside Russia because it's not. We're not just supplying those missiles. Those are missiles that you have to be trained, right, by the United States and how to run. So we're shooting those missiles. He is gambling the life of every single higher life form on the planet after he's just been voted out, right? And voted out for that reason. But you're not allowed to talk about that, right? That's specifically what they went. They went after the party for speech, right? But specifically, they went after you for saying that Russia's not our enemy, right? And that this war is a NATO war. And if there's going to be any real politics in this country, we have to have the right to talk about things like that. So CPI, we're amazed that more political organizations are not taking this seriously because it's a life or death issue.
Absolutely. Yeah, I unite 100%. And did you see just the other day? So, the movement came under attack for saying, we don't support this proxy war against Russia. And Boris Johnson just came out on live TV the other day, because, the movement got attacked for saying, this is a proxy war.
Right.
And Boris Johnson just came out and said, we need to support this proxy war.
Right.
Just came right out and said it, saying this is a proxy war. So it is gone from this, something that the party correctly identified and, was attacked for identifying and publicly opposing. And now they're just coming right out and saying it. So I don't know if you had seen that, but there's no denying anymore.
They kept talking about peaceful transition of power, and on his way out the door, he's going to blow the world up.
Yeah.
It's not a peaceful transition.
Yeah. So it's an absolute farce and but but I do want to salute CPI for for recognizing this from the get-go and really coming out and showing that these political organizations, we have to be in solidarity with each other when we come under attack like this. So Uhuru.
Yeah, we are definitely stronger banded together. To our final question, John, why do you support the Black Power Blueprint?
Because it's saving lives.
Yeah.
Right? Gentrification is genocide. And the party through the Black Power Blueprint is combating and reversing that gentrification, right? And an example is with the doula program, right? Is that infant mortality and maternal mortality in North St. Louis is higher than in some of the poorest countries on the planet, right?
Yeah.
And as you guys have repeatedly raised, they found that if somebody Black is involved in caring for the mother, right, her chances of survival and the child's chances of survival double, right? So immediately, right, and literally, that program is saving lives. But also when you look at the fact that it was launched, right, and I don't think this was an accident. The state chose the day that program was supposed to be launched as the day of their race, which shows what this their attack was really all about, right? But what you guys did is instead of what the African People's Socialist Party and the Uhuru movement did is instead of canceling the program, they launched it anyway,
Yeah.
right? You know, wait, the chairman's wife woke up to drones, right? Whizzing by her head, right? In her own house, right? And then later that day, she went and launched this life-saving program. So it saves lives literally through what the program does, but also because it gives people hope. It shows that another system is possible. This system is dying, but we don't have to die with it. We can build something better, and that's why I support the program. That's why CPI supports it.
I don't know if you can hear it over Zoom, but we have a packed house here. I know Zoom cuts out like all the claps and everything, but there was a pretty there was a raucous
Resounding
round of applause
Yeah.
for that. That's I can't agree more. It was not. It certainly wasn't an accident that the FBI raided on the day that this training was being conducted, and I mean, all it did was just show what the party's made of.
Am I back?
Attack started that day, and the doula training program started that day. It was, so. Uhuru, John, just before you go, did you have anything? Do you have anything? Any parting words for the audience of the telethon today?
Just they're losing.
Yeah.
We're winning.
Uhuru, flashing out like a wounded animal.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, John. Definitely, give our best to everybody else in CPI and Uhuru. We'll see you guys down at the sentencing, I'm sure.
Right, Caleb and I will both be there. Yes.
Uhuru. Thank you. December 16th for everybody.